everyone. My name is Bria Stevens, and I am a 1L at Emory University School of Law, and I am the creator of Live, Laugh, Law.
Hey everyone, I'm attorney Jasmin Robinson. I'm a newly licensed attorney, and I am the creator and law school coach for Jas Talks Law.
So you're probably wondering how we got connected, what's this all about? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we got connected. So literally, I came across Jas Talks Law on Instagram, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. She's kind of doing what I'm trying to do. You know, we're trying to educate people about what law school is all about, how to get there, how to do what Jas is now doing, an attorney. So I wrote her on Facebook, and she replied literally instantly, and she was like, oh my gosh, I would love to connect, this is great, and the rest is history.
So as she said, we instantly connected, and we started thinking about how we could partner, and we started talking about how there were so many myths relating to law school. You know, so many people think they know what it's like to be in law school. They think they just know it all when it comes to life in law school, and we want to provide you guys with the truths and also provide you guys with the things that are false that is out in the community. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to give you the myths of law school, what's true and what's not true.
So the first myth that we have is if you went to an HBCU, you will not be successful in the legal field.
Ooh.
Definitely a myth. So I went to Howard University. I graduated in 2016, and I'm in law school.
And I went to the better HU.
No, Howard.
Hampton.
HU, the real HU. You know, the institute.
Oh, okay.
But yes, you can definitely be successful if you went to an HBCU. I think it honestly adds to your diverse qualifications. And law schools love HBCU students.
Absolutely. And to add to that, regardless of, you know, where you went for undergrad, you can be successful at an HBCU law school as well. It's all about what that school has to offer you. So don't listen to someone that says, oh, don't go to that school because it's an HBCU. If that school is the best fit for you, the best location, the most scholarship money, the best alumni base, your field of practice, etc., if it's an HBCU, who cares? Go for it.
Yes. So our next myth that we have is that you need a 170 on the LSAT to get accepted into law school.
What was your LSAT score?
151. Not even close to a 170.
And mine was worse than that. My highest was a 144. So obviously,
definitely. No matter what you get, I want to encourage you to apply. Someone told me this when I was applying, and I told them my LSAT score, and I said I'm really nervous. And they said, you deserve a no from the law school. If they're going to tell you no, at least apply and let them tell you no. Don't tell yourself no just because of one score.
Yeah, definitely.
So, our next myth is you must be a political science major to attend law school.
Listen, there is no major that will prepare you for law school. Like, no major. Law school is its own beast. You can try to prepare however you want, but it's literally something you have to just dive into on day one. You can be a political science major, you can be a pre-law major, but regardless of the major that you choose, you're going to have to dive in day one. Political science, I don't really see any perks to being a political science major. The only major that I would offer as a possible benefit to before starting law school is being an English major. There's so much writing involved in law school that I personally was unaware of. But thank God I got it together in the long run. But regardless, work on your writing. And if you want to be an English major for those reasons, then do so.
Also, something to think about is being a science major. So as a 1L, I kind of found out that I was interested in copyrights and trademarks and doing those sorts of things. But a lot of law firms are like, you have to be a biology major or have a hard science major to practice those sorts of laws. So think about the kind of law that you might potentially want to practice, and if patents and copyrights and things dealing with technology is one of those things, then consider being a science undergraduate major. That's something I wish I would have thought more about as an undergrad.
Definitely.
So next we have, your criminal record will affect your chances of attending law school.
This is true, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just be really dramatic. If you killed someone and you have a murder on your criminal record, then that could definitely affect your chances of going to law school. But let's say you were like me and got a reckless driving ticket, just being stupid as a college student. You can definitely still go to law school with those things. But regardless of what it is, how big or small, you have to disclose that as a part of your application.
The next one we have is if a school gave you a fee waiver, you should apply because it's free. This is a hard one for me because I was like, oh, I have all these fee waivers. Yeah. I went to the New York LSAT Law School Forum, and they were just handing out fee waivers left and right. I was like, I'm going to apply to every single one of these schools. So I opened the LSAC website. I'm doing what I got to do. I have my applications all prepared, and they're like, oh, you have to do the CRS report, which is sending your transcript, and I think your letter of recommendations are also included in that. And that's $30.
Yes,
it can't be waived. So I was like, maybe I should consider some of these schools that I know I'm never going to attend. I should consider not applying to them because it is not totally free.
Definitely, I definitely agree.
So, you need to know what type of law you want to practice when you are accepted to or applying for law school.
False. Bria, do you know what you want to do with your life?
I have no idea what I want to do. No idea.
No, and that's totally fine. You're here to learn. You're like a sponge, soaking it all up. You're putting your hand here, you're putting your hand there. You're just throwing it on the wall and seeing what sticks. That's what law school is all about. As for me, I went into law school wanting to do family law. So all of my time and energy went into everything family law related. And in some ways that worked out for me, but in some ways it didn't work out because I was so focused on family law that I passed up other opportunities that weren't family law related.
It's better to take a year off before attending law school.
Okay. What do you think? I think we should give this a thumbs up and a thumbs down.
Definitely.
It really depends on your situation. So for me, I always knew I wanted to go to law school and graduated from Hampton University, the better HU. I didn't have any life-changing option besides law school. There was nothing else going on that made me say, let me put law school off for a year. Now, if, for example, he's out of office now, but just for example, if you had an opportunity to work for President Obama for a year after graduation, then yeah, that's something you don't want to pass up. Those opportunities obviously only come around once in a lifetime. But if you're like me, you know you want to go to law school, and that's the next best thing for you, then what's the point in delaying it? I'm now 25 years old, and I'm an attorney. I'm happy I didn't take a year off, because I don't know what you, Bria, but I would have took a year off. That probably would have turned into 2 years, 3 years, and I wouldn't be sitting here today.
Yes, so I went straight through as well. So I was still used to the work environment, still used to getting up and going to school every day. So I think going straight through worked best for me. And like Jas said, I knew that I wanted to go to law school. There was no better option for me at the time. So you need to go to law school in the state that you want to practice.
Do you want to practice in Georgia?
I have no idea. No idea.
And I was kind of the same way. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and I moved to Georgia just for law school. And coming to Georgia, I didn't know if I would want to go back to Virginia, or if I want to stay in Georgia, or move, to a totally different state. But if you have it made up in your mind that you're from Richmond, Virginia, and you want to be an attorney in Richmond, Virginia, then unless there's a school in New York or Georgia that offers you a full scholarship or some great opportunity, then why not go to that school in your home state if that's where you know you want to be? You can get a leg up on networking, meeting attorneys that do the type of work that you want to do, and just get involved in that community and start putting yourself out there in your brand.
I also want to add that I know some schools have good relationships with other states. For example, Emory has a very good relationship with New York City. So that's something you can explore and ask questions about when you're trying to decide which school you want to go to. Law school is expensive.
All thumbs up over here. I think we both agree that law school is an investment, hands down. And I noticed you said that on one of your previous YouTube videos. It's an investment. you're paying for an education that you're going to use for the rest of your life one way or another. You know, it's better than getting that Victoria's Secret credit card or getting those concert tickets or whatever. It's an investment that will not be taken away from you, and I have no regrets. Yes, I am in a lot of debt, but I'd rather be in debt because of my education than in debt for a house, than in debt for a car that's going to break down on me eventually. So at some point, this is the best debt you can be in.
I totally agree. Law school is time consuming. Definitely. Like, I spend my morning, noon, and night doing things pertaining to law school. There are times where, of course, when I take a break and do things that I enjoy, but law school is very time consuming. The more time you put into it, the more you get out of it. So it's about how much time you want to dedicate to it.
Yeah. And to explain that a little bit further, it's a sacrifice. You're sacrificing at least 3 years of your life to achieve this dream of becoming an attorney. And yes, that's going to mean early mornings. That's going to mean late nights. That's going to mean you're working 7 days a week and not just 5. You're going to have to put in that time. And as far as your family and loved ones go, they'll just have to understand that. But this is something that is not going to only benefit you, but it'll benefit the people around you. So you'll appreciate all the time you put in when you walk across that stage and graduate with honors.
I like that, graduate with honors. Well, I want to thank everyone for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you all learned something. Everything you see and hear is not the truth. Always do your own research and find out what's best for you. You can subscribe to my channel, Live Laugh Law. It's on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at You Love Bria. I'll write it in the caption or something so you guys can get that.
And I also want to thank you guys for joining. I want to thank Bria for asking me to join her for one of her YouTube videos. Once again, I'm attorney Jasmin Robinson, founder of Jas Talks Law. If you are interested in law school and you want to talk more about that, feel free to contact me on one of my social media sites at Jas Talks Law. I am a law school coach, so I can provide different services to you, review your personal statement, guide you through the timeline of getting that application into various law schools. So feel free to contact me whenever you're ready.
Thank you guys.
Have a good one.